Hey, welcome back, Binder fans. We've got another build that's coming out of the shop, and I'm here to tell you all about it. This 1978 Scout tube belongs to a customer of ours, Jamie. This is literally its third rendition of things that we have done to it through the years. He's brought it to our shop when we were way back down in Loomis, and then he brought it to when we had the shop at my house, and we did a bunch of more work to it and a fresh diesel and stuff. And now years later, he's brought it back yet again for what I believe is probably the final rendition. I don't know what else we could do to this thing. But what we did is we started off, as you can see by the diesel badge, that this thing had the factory Nissan turbo diesel. Not even, it was actually naturally aspirated the first time around. Then we put a turbo diesel in. And then on this rendition, we put the usual LS3, 6.2 liter, about 420 horsepower. Now, normally most customers are wanting an automatic transmission. Jamie, he's like me, he likes to shift gears. So this one got a TR-4045 5-speed. And behind that, we put an Atlas transfer case with 5-to-1 low gearing in it. For the axles, what we got in the rear end is a Dynatrac Dana 60 with 456 gears and an ARB air locker. Now up front, we waited a while for Dynatrac to send us a matching front end, but unfortunately the front housings with leaf springs were discontinued. So what we ended up doing was taking a housing that I was saving for a personal project for Patriot Scout. It was an Ultimate 60 front housing that could be cut to any width, length, and I was going to do something custom and try to narrow it, and in the end, you know, the juice wasn't worth the squeeze, so I ended up just buying a regular Ultimate 60 and then a full complete one, and then all the parts I had left over came to this project, and some of it was used. And what I mean by that is we ended up using older model Kingpin type knuckles on it, just so we can get the axle a little bit narrower. We didn't want it as wide as like I had to have on Patriot Scout, but we wanted it thus, you know, wider than stock, which is 60 inches. So that's what we ended up doing. So it's got older GM Kingpin knuckles on a newer Dana Ultimate 60 front axle housing. So again, 456 gears, ARB air locker. I mean, this thing can cruise down the road at a very nice low RPM, but as again, the low gearing that you need for rock crawling and anything in between. For suspension, we use rough country leaf springs front and rear. The front springs are held up by our CPT Reverse Shackle system, and they're also utilizing what we call our long travel kit, because these rough country springs up front are the same as what would come on a GM truck or Blazer back from the 70s and 80s. To help suspension that, we put some ADS shocks front and rear on these things. These are some pretty high-end remote reservoir shocks that are tailored for this Scout. And then, if you really get crazy Dukes of Hazzard style and stuff, there's some trail gear bump stops underneath there to take up that last little bit of suspension travel. In the rear, we also have rough country leaf springs in the back, but they are 2.5 inches wide versus the factory 2-inch wide. Again, also ADS shocks and trail gear bump stops to help keep it all in check. For the bumpers and the rock sliders, what you see are something that we built actually years ago and just did slight modifications to better work with what we've done to the Scout today. There is a 1-inch body lift that was put on the Scout, so hence we modified the rock sliders for that extra inch, as well as the rear corner guards to actually better fit the body lines of the Scout. For tires and wheels, we put on some set of Mickey Thompson Baja Bosses in a 35-inch flavor, and then it's got 17-inch trail-ready beadlock wheels. All right, here we are underneath the hood of the Scout, and as you can see, this one here is pretty much similar to others we've done. Wizard cooling system, Hydro Boost brakes, CPT of course on that. We've done a hydraulic clutch setup so that operates the clutch there, you know, getting rid of the factory mechanical setup. To make the steering easier, we've got PSC hydraulic assist on it, so that should make, you know, when you're locked up front and rear, and make the wheels a little bit easier to turn. Optima battery to keep all the juice alive, but otherwise stock heating and cooling system, and that about wraps it up under the hood. Let's go check inside and see all the different things we've done to that. For the interior, let's start with the seats. We brought in a set of Corbeaus. And then we had the rear seat. We took it over to Roman's down in Auburn, who does all our upholstery work, and he matched the back seat. He also at the same time added a really nice headliner inside the Scout that clears the roll cage that we've done. So this is a custom made roll cage that we recently also put in. On the floor of the Scout, we did our usual LizardSkin treatment, both doing for noise dampening and for heat. So both of those layers have been applied, makes it a lot quieter in the Scout. For gauges, we put our CPT gauge kit in there with Isspro gauges. For our sound system, we put in a custom Sony head unit and speakers. Nothing like having great tunes on a long, dusty trail. The Tuffy box has a radio in it, as well as the switches for the air compressor and ARB lockers. Okay, so that's all the details on this Scout. Let's hop in and go take it for a ride and see how she performs and handles. Man, just love rolling them gears with that Tremec TR-4045. Well, this is our build that just came out of the shop. Hope you guys liked it. Again, any information, just ask us a question in the comments there and we'll do our best to answer you. Otherwise, if you're looking to have a build something like this or something else done, don't hesitate to give us a call or email and we'll see if we can help you out on that future project. Until then, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next episode.